All right. Probably should have cleared my throat before I hit record or start streaming. How's it going? How's it going, guys? Uh, Hopefully we're live. I've never streamed on YouTube before, and I've never used my phone as a webcam like this before. Let me go ahead and turn the brightness down on my phone really quick. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and jump into this build. I don't know how much it's picking up the Lego sounds, but gotta organize some stuff here. Dump out our first bag. Bag numero uno. It's pretty cool looking up and seeing myself on the stream like this. I've never used, like I said, two cameras like this. It's pretty neat. I got the full action. I've got a little control panel here. So I can, I don't know, maybe get the chat there? I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Can you see? Yeah, you can even see the instructions. This is cool, man. Are they mirrored? Uh no, right? It's not mirrored. No. It's my right hand. Okay. Can everybody see okay? Is my lighting all right? I can't see that good. Start building this thing. So this is the it's a Lego Creator 3-in-1. It's a retro gaming console. Let me move it in here. Shoot. Put the whole thing up. There we go. Lego Creator 3-in-1. Hope I didn't lose any pieces doing that. That's crazy. If I lose pieces later and I'm like, how did that happen? You'll know why. It says plus brick, so that's plus this little paper bag here. We've got one, I'm holding it up to this camera, like this camera won't show it better. One little paper bag, Lego paper bag. Dump this out and see what we've got inside of here. Oh, it's got like a little perforation to rip on. It doesn't rip that good outside of the perforation, which is fine. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me actually, can I, wait, let me switch to my headset. Unmute the stream here. Let me just see what it sounds like. Okay. Destroying everything, hopefully. Get my headset out of here. Okay. I don't know. You can hear me. I don't know how good it sounds, but that's okay. Let's see what we got in this little paper bag here. It's just small pieces. I don't really know why they're in one little paper bag in a separate paper bag. I guess sometimes they do put one small plastic bag inside of a bag, and I guess they're just kind of switching over to paper bags, so there's one in here. I feel like the small plastic bags don't usually have the number printed on them like this. Number 1 for the number 1 bag. Wait, I'm looking at YouTube, which has a delay. Number 1 bag. It's got a number on it. And a QR code. I don't really know what that's for. If that's for Lego rewards, Then first to scan it, I guess it's yours. Okay. After much ado, let's move on to step 2. We need a couple of these. So when you guys are building Lego sets, what do you like to do? Do you like to get all the pieces out for the step first? Or do you just kind of go crazy and fly by the seat of your pants, take one piece at a time? Personally, I like to get all the pieces out for the step because I'm very forgetful. And if I don't do that, then I'll forget something somewhere. Got a little cut on my thumb, so I have a little band-aid on there. But it's wanting to come off, it seems like. Okay, put another one of these pieces on the other side. It's like a little Technic looking piece with some holes in it. So, what's going on in the world, you guys? What's going on? What's going on in the world of Tony? Well, I'm working on a couple of videos right now. I am working on a video about Twin Peaks. I'm used to looking over there. That's where my camera usually is. Over here now. Twin Peaks, I'm making a video about, and also The Chair Company. Tim Robinson's The Chair Company. It's a little double whammy there. I'm kind of trying to talk about both of those things together. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, we're building, oh yeah, I could have shown this. We're building this one from the 3-in-1. This is the little handheld gaming console, the main build from the 3-in-1. Okay, where was I? What was I saying? I need 4 of these pieces. I was saying that I'm working on a Chair Company Twin Peaks video, double whammy video, right? I don't know. Still writing that video. I've been having fun with that. Well, actually, I haven't written anything for that in a little while, but I had some cool ideas for it. Excuse me. Gotta clear my throat. Had some cool ideas for the Twin Peaks video. I don't know if you guys ever watched Twin Peaks. I never had. The printing on this instruction booklet is really, really dark. Got stray cat hairs all on everything. I thought my cat might be in this video because he was sitting on my chair earlier, but then he went downstairs, so he's not up here anymore. So I was like, I know I took out Technic pins, or little pins for this step. Better not lose them. What was I saying? I watched Twin Peaks, and I liked it. It's really hard for me to remember what I was talking about while I'm doing this. I hadn't watched it, and then I did watch it, and I liked it, Twin Peaks, so I'm making a video about some of that. I ended up watching a bunch of David Lynch stuff. I got pretty into it. And to be honest, I'm still not really sure how I feel about David Lynch. I tend to like a story that has a conclusion. Well, excuse me. That's not fair. I like a story that has a plot that's, you know, straightforward. They answer the questions in the end. And David Lynch movies and shows, Twin Peaks, they don't give a lot of concrete answers. In fact, a lot of times, rather than giving an answer, it likes to raise more questions. David Lynch, whomever, likes to raise even more questions rather than answering the questions that you might have. But I've been enjoying his work. I watched a couple of David Lynch movies. I watched Mulholland Drive, which I did not understand, and then I Googled it, and then I did understand it, I think. I think now I do understand it. At least I understand, you know, some common interpretations of it. So I watched Mulholland Drive, and what else did I watch? I was excited to watch Mulholland Drive because I saw that it had Justin Theroux in it, and I don't know, you ever just notice an actor, and then every time they're in something that you watch, you notice them, and like maybe, you just like any other actor, you might have just kind of tuned them out when you saw them and stuff before. But now that you know who they are, or you saw something you liked them in or something, they stand out to you. And that's kind of what happened to me with Justin Theroux. First I watched Lost, which I really liked. Yeah, that's right. I'm a Lost fan over here. What are the numbers? 4, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42? You talking about the numbers. So yeah, I'm a Lost enjoyer, and I was like, oh, let's watch some Damon Lindelof stuff. Get a little Damon Lindelost. I'm gonna keep looking like everywhere but the camera because I'm so not used to the camera being there. Also, I'm sorry, my voice. Hang on. Can I mute my mic for a second? I feel like I have to clear my throat. I feel like you can hear it, but I don't want to be coughing into the mic. Okay. Did I do all the... See, this is what I was saying. If I don't take all the pieces out for a step, it's easy for me to forget to do part of it. So, yeah, I got a little Damon Lindelof, right? I was saying. This is an interesting piece. You need a little 1x1 little plate, right? One of these. Just a regular 1x1 plate. And then you need what looks like 2 1x1 plates together, but it's actually... How can I hold this so you can see it? It's actually a little piece that's twice as tall. So what do you think about that? Wait, hang on. Can I? That's a little clearer. Check that out. I'm sure that was a very riveting little explanation there. So yeah, I got a little Damon Lindelof. How many times am I going to say that? And I looked up I looked up other stuff Damon Lindelof had done, which led me to the show The Leftovers, which ultimately I really didn't like. It was kind of that same thing I was saying about David Lynch stuff, but with David Lynch stuff, I can kind of bear with him a little bit more when I don't really understand what's going on. But I don't know, Damon Lindelof lost me a little bit, and I mean the performances were good, and Justin Theroux I thought was really good in it. So. So that kind of put Justin Theroux on my radar, on my Theroudar. And so then, there's a little rubber piece. Check that out. It's not the one I need yet, though. I need this one. Looks like a solid version of this little rubber piece. Like somebody froze it in time or something. So, yeah, Justin Theroux, I thought was good in The Leftovers. So, then when I was watching the new season of The Fallout show, which I'm sure many of you have, I was wondering who was playing Mr. House with that, like, whatever you call that, transatlantic accent, is that the word for that? That old-timey, why, hello there. My name is Mr. House, and I'm here to blow your brains up. That kind of thing. I didn't know who that was doing that, and I looked it up, And it turned out that was Justin Theroux all along, and I didn't even realize it. How far is this piece supposed to go in? See, in the picture here, it looks like this is on further than I have it. But, doesn't seem to want to go on anymore, so I don't know. I guess, hopefully it's good. So, this Band-Aid is falling off. I think I got another one here. So yeah, Justin Theroux. It's just gonna be me constantly saying, so yeah, so yeah, so yeah. It's hard for me to focus on what I'm doing and talk at the same time, unfortunately. Even though I'm here streaming and that's kind of the whole name of the game, but yeah, I don't know. We're here for a good time, you know? Not a long time. Whatever that means. However that applies to this. This Band-Aid isn't going to stay on any better than the other one is. I think it's because my hands are sweaty. So, Justin Theroux plays Mr. House. One of these times I'll look at the right camera. And he does a great job. I didn't even realize it was him. Can this go on further or not? No, I don't think it will. So, I stick this where? On the yellow piece here. Like so. Boop, 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 boop. Let me just check on YouTube here. We've been going for 16 and a half minutes. Cool. I got a nice little chunk of Lego build going here. I'm on step 20 out of how many? Let's see how many steps. 87. So we're maybe a quarter of the way there. Right on track. Right on track. So yeah, Justin Theroux. So he was in Mulholland Drive, to bring it all back to where I was. I saw him in The Leftovers, and that kind of put him on my radar. And then I saw him in Fallout and didn't even realize it was him. And then I watched Mulholland Drive, knowing he was in it. And that was, you know, it was kind of a treat at that point. His character is a real piece of work in that movie. But I thought he was great in that too. Justin Theroux. You really can't, you know, like I said, I didn't like The Leftovers, but you really can't fault Justin Theroux for that. He was good in it. I just don't think I really liked what they did with the plot. There's like a cult of people that smoke cigarettes. It's pretty strange. And they don't talk, I think. It's like kind of their whole thing. So what else? I watched David Lynch stuff. Did I watch any other David Lynch things? I watched Mulholland Drive. I watched Twin Peaks. I watched all of Twin Peaks. I watched the first and second season, the original two. And I watched Twin Peaks The Return, the 1992 movie. And I watched... No, excuse me. Twin Peaks The Return is the 2017 third season, revival season. I watched Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. That's the 1992 movie. So yeah, the first two seasons, the movie, Fire Walk with Me, and I watched The Return the following season, which, I don't know, man. The Return kind of just confused me. But, you know, it's fine. It's David Lynch. It's fine. We're building some kind of mechanism in here, it occurs to me. I don't really know what this is yet. Ooh, I wonder... Oh, I bet you... Hopefully maybe the analog sticks move. I wasn't sure if they would from the picture. It's got like some analog sticks. Ooh, maybe even the shoulder buttons work. Maybe we'll get some functioning shoulder buttons. That's pretty fun. So Twin Peaks: The Return, yeah, I watched all of that, making a video about Twin Peaks. And then the other day I watched the movie Perfect Blue. That was also pretty cool, but it was the same kind of thing. I had the same reaction when I finished Perfect Blue that I did when I finished Mulholland Drive, which was to just have to Google it because I really didn't know what I just saw. Like I by the end of it, I didn't know even really what the story was. I was just completely confused. So I'm working on a video about that, about why I got so confused by the ending of Perfect Blue. Because there was like I don't want to spoil Perfect Blue to any of you guys, this 30-year-old movie, to any of the zero people that are watching right now. Well, I think this will get posted as a VOD, so maybe people will come back and watch it. But yeah, I won't spoil Perfect Blue right now for you, so don't worry about that. But they kind of do. Um, well, I don't even wanna say that. Basically, I saw something happen in the movie that I misinterpreted, and it caused me to misunderstand all of the events that came after it. So I basically was very confused for, I mean, the whole movie, but especially the end. I was just real confused. And lost my train of thought. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my YouTube stream. I'm a fantastic streamer. It looks like I'm playing with myself down here. Jesus, sorry, guys. It's literally just my hand in my lap, and I'm just touching this Band-Aid. Yikes, I gotta get my hand out of my lap. um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about. Mulholland Drive or something. Let me keep building this Lego set, and I'll remember in a minute. Oh, Perfect Blue. Yeah, see? I remembered. Oh, check this out. We can stick these pieces together here. Oh, neat. It's going to be, looks like this and this. Bada bing. Bada bam. Check that out. We've got now, that's a little flimsy down there. I'm assuming this will get kind of locked in later because this whole chunk is barely holding on here. It's just a little 2x2 circular piece. Am I showing that good? 2x2 circle piece here that's just holding this little assemblage on by one stud. So I'm sure that'll get locked in later on. So Perfect Blue confused me, and I just didn't really know what was going on at the end of the movie there. So I'm making a video about that. I already recorded an intro for it, which I thought was pretty fun. I'm pretty excited about that. I usually, this is my first time recording just straight audio for an intro. And it's really kind of nice because I usually do all of my stuff, you know, all in one shot. All my videos, I just, you know, I'll do plenty of takes on lines and stuff if I need to, if I misspeak or something, or if I cut out a lot of stuff, but it's all one video, start to finish. So I kind of feel like I gotta get everything out that I want to say and do the lines right. I think this is just me building the reverse. Yeah, it's gonna be this same thing but flipped. So what was I saying? Uh yeah, being able to record an intro for my YouTube video where I could just kind of talk and try the lines, and then if I didn't like the line, just try it again, record it again, cut it all down, and then gotta keep. It looks so bad when I have my hands in my lap. It looks like I'm fiddling with myself. I do not like that. I'm sorry. So Sure wish I could finish a thought, don't you? I want to, that does remind me. I want to go into talking about Bob Ross a little bit. But let me finish whatever I was saying about Perfect Blue and whatever else. Yeah, so I made that intro and I had fun with it, basically. I was able to record myself talking and just cut it all up as I went. I screen recorded some stuff to put over it, to play over it. I even got a little fancy with some sound, some audio effects. I put some reverb on, a little clip to make like, I don't know, it's cool. A little vibey little transition. It's pretty neat. I'm excited for you guys to see it. So, yep, that's Perfect Blue. What else? I made a thumbnail for a video about Kirby Squeak Squad. I'd like to do that even before I made this channel. That's one of the things I've wanted to do for a long time, because I think Kirby Squeak Squad is a very underrated game. And not only is it like underrated, I feel like people often mean like it's, you know, it's underappreciated. Kirby Squeak Squad is almost overhated. I mean, people, I feel like, don't talk very fondly about that game, but personally, I loved it. I mean, maybe it's nostalgia. I got Kirby Squeak Squad for the DS for Christmas when I was, shoot, I don't even know how old I was for that. Oh, 10 or 11 maybe. I don't know. When did Kirby Squeak Squad come out? I don't know. So, yeah, I want to talk about that game. So I made a thumbnail for a video about that because I have some ideas about things I'd like to say. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross, like I said. I've been really enjoying watching Bob Ross, vibing out to him. I wonder if I can adjust this camera a little bit so it's not so much. Well, nah, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to make it any worse than it is. Sometimes my ring light likes to droop down, which is what I have the tripod I have my phone on, so I don't want to mess with it and have that fall down. So, Bob Ross. Bobthany Rossamillion. I've been watching Bob Ross because I am somebody who, well, first of all, likes to paint. I'm not an oil painter. Don't think I've ever done oil painting. Maybe, I mean, I've maybe used oil paint like in a can for like a project in my life, but I've never used like artist oil paints. I've done plenty of acrylic painting. That's something I do fairly often. You can even see, no, you can't right now. Well, maybe, yeah, back there behind me, right here, right there. It's a tiny little, boop, tiny little acrylic painting I made. These are all paintings I made, actually, these three. But those aren't acrylic. They're watercolor. But yeah, I paint with acrylic a lot. Never paint with oil. But I do enjoy some Bob Ross. Not because I am interested necessarily in his painting tips, although I do think there's some cool stuff you can learn from him as an artist, just in terms of composition. He can make some really fantastic compositions, that guy, I think. He just attacked these 18 by 24 inch canvases, these big monster canvases. For me, I typically work much smaller when I make art. You can see that little tiny one behind me. I mean, that's really, really small. That thing's like only like 2 inches by 2 inches. That's a little miniature painting. So, but I definitely don't typically do anything quite even close to 18 by 24. The larger paintings in the frames are 11 by 15. So it's a big jump from 11 by 15 to 18 by 24. And he just goes at these big monster canvases and just no fear, just a big old square of rectangle of white. and he just gets after it, man. Starts painting, and the thing springs to life before your eyes in 30 minutes, and that's really pretty amazing, I think. But I also just find Bob Ross, I mean, this is like the coldest take ever. This is, everyone obviously thinks this, but I find Bob Ross to just be very, very relaxing, uh, calming, soothing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think I was starting to say at the beginning there, I definitely am somebody who struggles with quite a bit of anxiety, which is not unique to me. You know, lots of people deal with that. And I think someone like Bob Ross is really just a calming force, a real calming energy. He's just got this real lovely way of talking. And he always has something to say. He's always talking while he works. He's explaining what he's doing. And something about his low, even tone. It's just very calming. Settles me down. And so I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross in the evenings lately, and I think it's been really good for me. Especially a little while before bed, put on some Bob Ross. Just kind of, it really relaxes me, makes me start to doze off before bed, and then I get real sleepy, primed up for sleep. So that's been really, really nice. Been really enjoying that. And yeah, I kind of wanted to also just use that as a segue into hopefully taking on more of a Bob Ross approach here to what I'm doing, because if I try to talk too much about anything too involved, try to remember anything too specific, I'm just going to keep forgetting whatever it was I was trying to say. So let's go for the Bob Ross approach here. So we're still working on this left-hand assembly. I've channeled the Bob Ross. WWBBRD. What would Big Bobby Ross do? That's what I'm always saying. Ask anyone. I'm always saying that. That's not the first time that I've ever said that in my life. For sure. Definitely have said it before. So, I need to rotate this pin a little bit. But I suppose maybe the whole pin will rotate as part of the assembly that we're building here. So, got another one of these squishy rubber bits going down. Where does this go? It goes in here like this. Hopefully I'm not making any mistakes. I picked a nice simple Lego set that would take hopefully about an hour or so, I was thinking. We're about 30 minutes in, about 40 steps in out of 80 something. So yeah, maybe a little over an hour it might take. Why did I just pick up that piece? I don't need that piece. Where am I? Who am I? Okay, I need this piece. I need a pin like this. I need one little yellow Technic guy. I need to thread the little yellow Technic guy onto here. Flip that around. And like so. Now, where does it go? Right here. Ooh, is this like a... Oh! I launched a piece off. Oh no. Oh no. That was pretty fun. Check that out. I bet you there's our mechanism there. I thought this thing was gonna maybe rotate, which maybe it still will, but I think the idea is this little... I'm probably not holding this where you can see it. This little rubber guy here, right here, is just kind of there so you can squish it down. I keep disconnecting this Lego here. So yeah, It's got a little squish action, so you have some tactile resistance against this pin here, so that's pretty cool. Now that goes on the other side. There's these two pieces here. Hold on a second, let me make sure this is pressed all the way down. It's that same piece from the other side, the little 2x2 circle piece. It's a little tricky. Doesn't hold those pieces on very well. So, pop this in here. Something doesn't look right. No, it's fine. I just have other stuff on top of it, on the other side, that I haven't built yet. Because I skipped a step. There it is. Ho ho ho. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. What do you know about that? We forgot a step. But it's okay, because I noticed it before I even moved on. Check that out. We got part of a silhouette of a little gaming console. With, oh, maybe these are going to be for the shoulder buttons. I don't know. We'll see. I guess these are the thumbsticks here. I don't know. They don't rotate side to side very much. I guess, no, I don't think it goes up and down, so we'll see what that does. Okay. Get two of these little L-shaped pieces, stick them on. Oh yeah, that helps hold this whole assembly on here a little bit better. So that ain't gonna hurt nobody, having that. Neat. Whenever we get to bag 2, a couple steps away, I'm gonna take just a very quick pause, but it's actually exciting for you guys because you get to see my AFK screen. Yay, AFK screen. Woo, that's so exciting. Yay. I made an AFK screen a while ago, actually, for streaming. And then I never ended up streaming very much. I did do some streaming on Twitch a while back, playing some video games, but I don't know. I mean, I'm streaming right now, so it's not, you know, I like it in theory, but I like it more how I'm doing it now. I like this idea better, where I have a YouTube channel where I'm mostly doing edited videos, and then I can just pop on stream once in a while and do a stream for fun. Just for fun. And not have to stress about it too much. Not have to worry about scheduling a stream or anything like that. Having a schedule for streaming. Just because it's not really my main thing I'm doing here. I got plenty of videos I'm working on that I can post. So I know there will be stuff going up on YouTube, and this is just sort of like a little compliment to it, I think. That's quick. One more step here, and then, yeah, you'll get to see my little AFK screen. Really, it's just a drawing I did that says "We'll be right back," that I think is pretty funny, and I found some royalty-free music on YouTube that I can use. Dude. Sorry about this Band-Aid. I hope that's not, like, bothering anyone. This is pretty loose Band-Aid. I don't have a regular Band-Aid that I can wrap around it. Maybe because it's just a little cut. My dad used to use electrical tape. I don't have electrical tape though. The best I have is like masking tape. I don't know how good that's gonna do. But I don't know. I feel like a loose bandage is not the best looking thing. I put this piece on wrong. because I was being silly. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess. Oh yeah, they're symmetrical. I just didn't. I don't know. Just being silly. It's got this little thing on here. I don't know what this is. A little boop boop. Little gate on the bottom. Little swing gate. For something. We'll see. It's a neat little guy so far. It's got some little schmutz on these black plates here. So, shall we? Shall we test out that AFK screen and see what you guys think about it? Let's make sure I don't blow out anyone's eardrums. So, to all of my Zero viewers, make sure you, I don't know, turn your headphones down a little bit. I'm sure it's fine, though. Let's check it out. And we're back. And we're back. Anybody know that Saturday Night Live sketch? Back when Jimmy Fallon used to be on Saturday Night Live. Oh, we got another bag with, it's a plastic bag with one paper bag in it. Check that out. I guess, the paper bags are better. I mean, they're certainly better for the environment. And, they're better for my cat. Because my cat likes to try and chew on plastic all the time. And you gotta hide it from him, and he always manages to find it. He chews it, and he licks it. Licks the plastic like a little weirdo. And just more small pieces in here. I don't know. If you can hear that, it's probably really loud. I don't know. Does seem like pieces want to get stuck in this paper bag a little bit more, but that's okay. Just gotta check. Do you guys like my little Momo down here? My little desk pal, buddy. You like my fancy monogrammed koozie? Check that out. I got this for being a groomsman. Shout out to my good buddy who had me in his wedding. We'll dump out this second bag here. Let's try and stick with our Bob Ross approach, shall we? Try and just keep talking about whatever. Lego likes to put transparent pieces like this, like clear plastic pieces, into the bags with everything else, and then they get all scratched up, like so. You probably won't be able to see any scratches. It's very minor. It doesn't really bother me, but you can kind of see it there, right next to the highlight there. Wait. Right there. Little scratches. That's okay. Maybe if it was a fancier Lego set, I might be more annoyed, but it's not the end of the world, you know? It's just some Lego. It's for playing with. I really love this translucent orange color. That's spectacular. What a lovely color. And a neat color for a piece like this. It's got these little, you can see the stud holes through the top. Pretty cool. Shing, shing, shimmer. Sparkle, sparkle. Pretty cool. I really like that that has those transparent pieces there. Skipped a step, like a genius. I need to put this big old piece across here. Are these the same height? No. What did I forget here? What did I do wrong here? Oh, just the wrong piece. Need a smaller piece. I think. Yeah, just a smaller piece. Smaller piece goes in this gap. That's all it is. No need to worry. Everything is alright. And if it wasn't, you just go back and you fix it. It's no big deal. You know? It's really not a problem. You see I put masking tape on here. So that'll probably hold for all of 5 minutes. Then I'll need to put something else on there. Maybe we'll try a new type of tape next time. Stick around, see what kind of tape I put on my cut next. Because I don't have any band-aids. Guys, I'm so poor. I don't have any band-aids. No, I just have lack foresight. Same reason I don't have dish soap at the moment, because forgot we needed it. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? Oh, I got one view. Do I have a chat? No, no chatters. See, I don't know if I'll see the chat in OBS or not. We'll find out. I'll try and remember to check on the chat periodically, just in case. Just in case somebody decides to sneak on in here and watch me build some Lego, hang out with me. Talk about, why do I keep trying to build the right-hand step before the left-hand step? I don't know why I keep wanting to do that. Oh, no. Wait, no. I did do this. Now I'm just being silly. Just being a silly goose right now, you guys. A real silly goose. This is weird how these go over a gap here. I feel like I don't love when a Lego plate is only supported on one side like that. This top piece has an L shape going on here where it is attached here and here, but this one, the white piece, is only attached along these two studs, which I don't love because you can kind of push it in, but it's okay. I'm sure I'll put stuff over it anyway. It probably won't even matter. Ooh, we got some big steps here. Oh, these, it looks like the shoulder buttons. It looks like we've got some little round orange pieces in here to build our thumbsticks, our analog sticks. So what pieces do we need? 1, 2, 3, so 2x1 little plate. Then I need one of these. One of these. This is a cool piece. It's kind of a Nickelodeon orange. It's a good color. And one of these. Couple of these. 2 of those. 3 of those. Let me get 2 of those spicy pepper pens. Got any dadders in here? Any American Dad enjoyers in here? I love me some American Dad. As soon as I figure out how to make a video about American Dad, you'll see one. I was thinking maybe I could make a video like about my favorite episode, which if I start thinking about it too much, that's a tough question. But traditionally, my favorite episode is The Phantom of the Telethon. Check that out, dude. Boom. Pop that shoulder button on there. Click, 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 click. Say cheese. Okay. Let's build the other shoulder button here. Same pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, anytime I start talking about something and then do something else, my brain gets wiped like the guy from Memento. It's kind of crazy. I was talking about American Dad, making a video about American Dad. My favorite episode, Phantom of the Telethon. Great episode. I love that one. Cracks me up. It's a classic. It's just a weird Roger episode. Wait, last time I talked over me putting this in, it got a nice little satisfying click when it went in. So let me try and... Am I doing this right? It's like bumping up. Oh, you know what? I just need to rotate this maybe? Yeah. Let's get that satisfying click. Ready? Yeah. And it was out of frame. Wait, you know what? I'll redo it. Here we go. Ready? Trying to hold it near the mic in case it might get that. Oh, it didn't click that time. Dang it. Try one more time. We'll do one more. One more time and see if we get a click. A little click. We got a little click. It's okay. Say double cheese. Taking pictures of myself. All right. This masking tape's already coming off. Getting ready for another round of tape here. Oh, so silly. Now, I flipped that back when I wasn't supposed to yet. Upside down. Like this weird little connection here. Just like diagonal. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I like how much translucent orange there is in this. What a fun color that is. I'm sorry if you can hear my creaky chair. I've got a really old, crappy, not very comfortable creaky chair. I got a nice little cushion on it though, so it's not so bad. But it is creaky. So I'm sorry if you hear the creaks. Speaking of creaks, Should we talk about Bob Ross again? I don't really have much more to say about him. Wait, I was talking about American Dad. Do I have anything to say about that? I'd like to make a video about my favorite episode. Oh, another show that I'd like to make a video about my favorite episode of is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like I said, if I start thinking about these things too much, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. It's always something that I struggle with in general, is just picking favorites of anything, really. If I think about it too much, I get indecisive, and I have a hard time picking one. So that's an issue. But I do have a favorite Always Sunny episode. Anyone want to hazard a guess? Anybody want to guess what my favorite Always Sunny episode is? Okay, I have 0 viewers in here right now, I believe. So if you're watching this VOD, whatever they call it, later on, pop the timestamp in for your guess. If you want to guess what my favorite episode of Always Sunny is, pop in a timestamp for when you guess it, and we'll just go off the honor system, right? Retaping my finger. If you put a timestamp before when I reveal the answer, then I'll trust that you were telling the truth, that you really guessed it. Okay. Now, drum roll, please. Forgot you could see that, my little finger tap drum roll. I'm so not used to the double camera. So, favorite episode of Always Sunny, drum roll. Season 5, I believe it's Season 5, Episode 5, if I'm not mistaken, although I very well may be. The gang gives Frank an intervention. That is my favorite episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There are many, many great, fantastic, wonderful episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. As a Philadelphian myself, I'm proudly represented by that show. In fact, without giving too much information about myself, I don't live too far from where that show is set. So, yeah, did anyone get that right? Did anyone guess the gang gives Frank an intervention? That episode cracks me up, dude. It is so funny. There's the canned wine thing, and there's a bit in there that the podcast, the Always Sunny podcast, which I guess they just don't do anymore, they canonized this. I had a theory for many years about a behind-the-scenes little tidbit, an Easter egg, if you will, that I noticed that I always wondered about. And in the podcast, in an episode, they confirmed. When Mac and Frank are walking out to the suburbs, that was shot actually in the Philadelphia suburbs, not in Philadelphia exactly, in the city of Philadelphia, but in the suburbs, because that was kind of the point of the episode, or of that plot point. So they go out to the suburbs, they walk all the way out there, and Frank is just drinking the whole time. He's carrying like a 6-pack of cans of beer, and he's just drinking them, and he like forgets that Mac is there, and Mac's talking to him, and at the end of the scene, Frank just like burps and gargles, and foam starts coming up, and he just gargles out foam, and it's shot like pretty much like this, I think, like just head on, so there's no tubes or anything. He just burps, gargles, foam comes out. Now, if you, not to be gross, not to be, inappropriate here, but if you've ever drank a lot of beer, then you may have experienced the fact that burping until you can feel foam coming up is a real thing that can happen to you if you drink far too much beer. And I always thought, when I first saw that shot of Danny DeVito burping and gargling foam, I thought, that's real. That's 100% real. I don't know how you could fake that, and even if you could, it just doesn't look like they did. it just looks like somebody drank too much beer and they burped and foam came out. Now, here's where it became canon. In the podcast, they were talking about how they would get really, really drunk whenever they would come to Philly. They would party really hard because I guess, I don't know, they were out of town. And it's kind of like, you know, that's their show's set in Philly. They come to Philly. I guess they're pretty excited to be there. So they would get real, real drunk. And, wait, let me make sure you can still hear me, right? 1 2 1 2. Oh, well, actually, it wouldn't. I wouldn't know because I have my headset muted anyway. Yeah, it's all good. Audio's still going. So they got real, real drunk in Philly. They partied. And they said that they stayed out really late. And apparently, that was real. Danny DeVito was out partying in Philly all night, I guess. And he had a stomach full of beer. And he burped. And foam came out. So, there you go. I find that to be very, very funny. And the episode itself is just so strange and so funny. So, big fan of that one. These pieces have different directions. These little angled pieces. Where is the other one that I need? There's two that match. Am I wrong here? It goes like that, and then it goes like this. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Cool. Thought I got confused matching the pairs of these opposite pieces. Just a little bit confused. I just pushed this in to be at a weird angle by accident. Okay. Check that out. Actually, it doesn't want me doing that yet. I think it's fair to assume it's probably going to have me do this, but you know what? I'll undo it. Just because if I don't, I'll probably forget. So, I don't have a brick separator up here. Actually, I probably do. Somewhere. Do I have a brick separator up here? Do I see one immediately? It's like Dora the Explorer. Where is the brick separator? Point to the brick separator. Is it here? Is it here? Is it in a liminal space between realities where it will never be found? I'm gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Wait, let's, here's what we'll do. We'll check ahead. Yeah, it's literally like... Imagine if I just went and searched for a brick separator and then took all that off and then just realized it was going back on later. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving, guys. You know? You just gotta keep it going. I need 2 plates. I need 2 jumper plates, I believe these are called. The little plates with a little stud guy in the middle of them. Jumper plate. You guys ever watch Lego Masters? I love me some Lego Masters. Now, there's another thing I'd like to make a video about if I could ever think about what to do. Actually, I think I did have sort of an idea because I started out watching Lego Masters, the American version, as I am American, as you do. You watch what's on TV, right? And somewhere along the way, I encountered Australian Lego Masters. And I watched that, and it is awesome, dude. It's so much better than American Lego Masters. Anyone who knows what they're talking about will tell you that. Super good. The hosts, Hamish and Brickman, are the best. They're the greatest. The two of the greatest men alive. Okay, so this is where they're having me build that thing I already did, so I just need 1 piece for this step. 1 piece. Hey. 1 piece. Ba, 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 na. Dude, I'm like a goldfish. Can never remember anything. But what I can remember is that there's 2 little joysticks on here I can fidget with. Boop, 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 boop. What do you know about that? And we got our little shoulder buttons. I kind of wish they had a click to them, but that's alright. I guess, do shoulder buttons always click? No, I guess, Xbox triggers don't, do they? The bumpers do. Why am I a goldfish? Why can't I remember anything that I'm ever talking about? Australian Lego Masters. Maybe that's why. Maybe because I talk about so much random crap that I just... I was like, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Australian Lego Masters. Of course. Who could forget that that's what I was talking about? So, Hamish... I just think he's really funny. He's also got a podcast with another guy. The podcast is called Hamish and Andy. And I got pretty into that through Lego Masters, Australian Lego Masters. If you've ever watched, or if you haven't ever watched, or listened to, I should say, I think it's more just an audio-only podcast. If you have not listened to Hamish and Andy, I recommend it. It's very silly. Just some Australian boys goofing around. You really can't go wrong with that. I'm a big fan of some Australian boys goofing around. You know, as a podcast. I also listen to The Weekly Planet. That's another podcast consisting of some Australian guys just having a good time. I really love that one too. Anybody else watch listen to The Weekly Planet or Hamish and Andy? Watch Australian Lego Masters? Yeah, I recommend it. It's really cool. Oh, check that out, how this little D-pad kind of just came together. I was building this little checkerboard here of alternating tiles and little plates here. And then all of a sudden I realized we got the makings of a D-pad. 4 little studs. Probably got a bunch of fingerprints on here. Sorry about that. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. How about that? I'm not sorry that there's fingerprints on my Lego. Mostly just because that's probably going to happen. Not much I can do about that. We're at step 62 out of something. 80 something. Something like that. I'm just having fun with it, you know? I'm taking my time because I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it, you know? Talking to myself. Like I said, maybe when this VOD's up, maybe some people will hop in and enjoy this. I hope they do. I hope you... If you're watching this VOD, I hope you're enjoying it. Check this out. You ready? The screen's going on right now. Let's pop it on. Gonna wanna pop it on. I said you're gonna wanna pop it on like that. So yeah, you're just gonna wanna go ahead and pop that on. Boop 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 boop. We're gaming right now, dude. Let's go. We're straight up gaming. Call me Mark Zuckerberg, dude, because I am meta gaming right now. I don't know if you heard that. It's a little crash outside. You good? We're good. I keep wanting to flip this around because it has me building it upside down. And I'm like, what if I built it right side up? No, I think I just keep playing with it because I'm like a little kid. I just keep going, boo, 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 boo. And then I put it back down the wrong way. Oh, we got 2 different color little dots here for like an ABXY button situation. And we got a D-pad. Wah, wah, wah. This wasn't the D-pad. This is the D-pad. This is the buttons. This is... How's this go on? Am I tripping, dude? Wait. Oh, okay. We're good. I got it. Like that, I think. Let's pop these on. Boop, boop. Beep, beep, beep. Pew. Boop. You ever seen Grandma's Boy? Isn't that kind of what that guy does? The guy from Grandma's Boy is always walking around going, boo, boo. That's what I aspire to be when I grow up. I want to be that guy. Whenever I grow up, that's who I'll be. Uh-oh, guys. We're building some thumbsticks. I don't know. I'm pretty scared to do this. I don't know. I'm just kidding. So you do this, and then you flip it upside down and do that. Whoa, check that out. That's cool. No studs, baby. Who needs them? She didn't have studs, and brother, she didn't need them. You guys watch Bob's Burgers? That's one of my favorite. Oh, check that out. Boo, boo. I guess, I'm like, that's not really much of a, doesn't go very far as an analog stick up and down. But I guess it depends on the game, huh? You also have the D-pad and these up and down analog sticks. I guess they kind of go side to side. Wait, do they? Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess maybe they do, kind of. My thumb keeps slipping around because I got a masking tape Band-Aid on. I don't know how much it's supposed to move around. Whatever. That's cool. We like it. We like to see it. Yeah, you ever watch Bob's Burgers? There's a Christmas episode. That's one of my favorite Bob's Burgers jokes. Is Zach Galifianakis voices a guy who thinks that he was a mannequin, like at a store. There's a cat hair in here. Yeah, he thinks he was like a store mannequin that came to life, and he thinks his wife was also a mannequin, or is still a mannequin, and has to get her back. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, say cheese, pal. Forget about it, I'm Italian, I can do that. Zach Galifianakis' character. Let me open this bag. Zach Galifianakis' character, the mannequin guy. What's his name? Do I remember his name? Chet. I think his name's Chet. Bags on the floor. I'll pick them up later. Just normal guy name. Normal guy Chet. So he's telling the story about his wife Nadine, the mannequin. And he says, I think right at the beginning of the story, early on, he's talking about Nadine. And he goes, she didn't have nipples, and brother, she didn't need them. I think about that a lot. After he tells the story, the kids start asking some questions, like follow-up questions, and a few of them ask some questions, and Gene goes, why didn't she need nipples? Oh man, dude, that's so I'll never get tired of that joke. So silly. So I'm just organizing my pieces here. There's a lot of bold colors here. We've got a really bright purple, and it's really bright blue like this. And we've got what is probably my favorite Lego color, lime green. In fact, I think this purple and this lime green, I think this is my favorite, well, one of my very favorite Lego color combinations. Purple and green. Love those. There's also a really good color in here. It's highlighter yellow. Just like a straight up, I don't know how well my camera shows it, but it's just like highlighter yellow. I mean, it looks like a bright yellow to me on the camera, but it's pretty much, it really just looks like a highlighter. I don't know, can you see the difference next to the lime green? I really like this family of colors. Big fan of sort of a yellow-green type of color. I wear a lot of green, as you can see. I was like, do I have a lot of green around in my room? I guess I got some green guys back there. We got some plushes, little plushes on my rack that I've accrued over the years. Can't go wrong with them. Some ugly dolls. If you know, you know, you know, you know. The Ugly Dolls fans will they'll appreciate that. Actually, there's an Ugly Doll keychain hanging from my wall, just out of frame over here. That's in my videos, in the background of all my videos. Nobody's ever noticed that. I wonder if any Ugly Doll fans will ever pick up on that. Will ever notice it. So we're building, these are like the little game cartridges, I guess, that'll slot into here and make like the little game. Looks like we're building some kind of platformer right now. I tend not to I don't like to go back and look at the pictures of the finished build while I'm building, because if you watch my channel at all, you know I have a terrible memory like a goldfish. In fact, if you've watched this video, which you would if you're listening to me right now, then you already know I've got the memory of a goldfish. So I usually forget what the build even looks like. I mean, it's not like I'm not literally the guy from Memento. It's not like I completely, like, I know it's a handheld gaming console, but I'll forget what the specifics of what it looks like, and I like to not be reminded. I like to just go through the build, not remembering exactly what it looks like, and then I get some little treats along the way. I get surprised with all things that I either didn't notice in the box art or that I did know about and forgot about. So I like that. And it makes it so I like when I'm building something and I don't know exactly what it is that I'm building right away, and then as I'm building it, it comes into focus, becomes clear what it is I'm building. I'll put a piece down and I'm like the D-pad earlier. I'll be like, oh wow, check that out. It was a D-pad. You know? So I like that. And it happens more often, I think, if I don't check what the finished build looks like too much. What do we have other game cartridges to build? Yeah, we got more. We need some more blue pieces. Blue pieces for the back of this. Perfect blue pieces. Now, we could build our little platformer guy. Oh, neat. You can probably see the, I don't know how well you can make that out there, but it is like a little platformer. He's got like a little red player character and some little platformers. It's pretty cool. It really, I think it kind of conveys, like, you kind of can tell exactly what's going on. I would, just like a David Lynch movie, I'd say it's somewhat up to interpretation, because I think it looks like something like an enemy or an object, a collision object that you'd want to avoid. This little row of yellow tokens, but it may also be tokens. Maybe it's gold and maybe you want to get it. So it's like a glass half full, glass half full, glass half empty situation. Is it something that's bad if you hit it, or is it something that's good if you hit it? I guess I'm a glass half empty guy because I thought it was something that would be bad if you hit it. However, I would make the argument that that's just part of the game. It's part of the challenge. That's what makes it fun. It's not a negative thing. I just like a little challenge. Okay, what are we doing here? Looks like two little at-ats. Two little green at-ats. Or like little camels or something. I'll show you. Look at them. Little creatures. Like two little green polar bears or something. Does anyone see the at-at? Is that just me? Like, top of the at-at and then two legs. Leg. A leg and a leg. And then leg, top of the at-at. That's just what I see. I see green at-ats. You can see whatever you want to see there. And by an at-at, I mean from Star Wars. I figure probably everyone watching this knows what an at-at is. An AT-AT. I think people call them at-ats, not AT-ATs. but I don't really remember. I'm not actually a huge Star Wars guy. I got a pretty huge Star Wars tattoo on my thigh. I have a big tattoo of Boba Fett. That Boba Fett helmet. It's not that huge, but I got a decent sized Boba Fett helmet. But that was because I never watched Star Wars, like, at all, until I was 24, 25 maybe. Somewhere in there. Pretty well into my 20s. But once I did watch it, I realized I had actually seen a lot more of it than I thought I had. Oh wait, check this out. So we've got our platformer. We've got our little red player character who can either jump over our little, yellow centipede enemy there standing up. Maybe it's spike balls, or he can jump up and land on those tokens and get them. Not much of a platformer, because it doesn't look like you could really slip between those platforms, does it? I don't think he's falling through there. But check this out, ready? Put the game in. Slots right in there. And then this little gate at the bottom is to eject our game. Check that out. And then they lock in with some studs and it kind of clicks out. Does a little hop. Wait. Ta-da. Cool. Wait, let me pop it out actually, because we got to build another one. Another game. Where can we put this where it's still sort of in frame? I don't really need my mouse in frame, do I? Put him right there. Or wait, should we put him here? It's going to probably slide off. Start Joe sliding. So let's put it right here. How many games are there to make? One more game? Is there a third game? There is a third game. Is there a fourth game? I don't think there's a fourth game. Couldn't be a fourth game. No, just 3 games. Just 3 games. Shh, just kidding. That's plenty of games, guys. It's plenty of games. I do see here, it shows the analog sticks just going up and down. It's just little red arrows going up and down, so I don't know if they intend for you to wiggle them all around left and right, but they kind of can do that a little bit. Pretty fun little build so far. So we've got 2 more games here to build. But before we do that, I think I'm just going to take a quick pause. I wonder, when I post this up on YouTube, I think this will be able to be posted as a VOD. I think maybe it goes up automatically on my page, or maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be lost to time, but that's okay if it is. But I don't know if it does go up that way. Maybe I can edit out the parts where I go AFK, so the people watching the VOD maybe won't have to see that. Check this out. I built this on there, but I didn't quite notice. This little black piece with the little bracket gripper thing at the bottom here, that is what holds the cartridge in place on this little blue hook inside of there. There you see it. Right there. There's a little blue hook in there. Right in there. So the hook grabs onto the little bracket in the back of the game. Kind of clicks in place. That way it doesn't fall out. It doesn't Walton Goggins fall out. Okay, so we got 2 more games to build. Real quick, I'm going to go AFK for just a second, and then I will be right back, dear viewer. All right, we're back. We are back. Just a quick intermission. It's 11:42. How long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. Huh, yeah, I guess it was a little after 10 when I started. Later than I thought. That's all right. We don't have too much left to do here. Just 2 more games. Game cartridges. Did I build that with the Lego logo upright? No. Lego logo's upside down on that blue plate. What have I done? That's okay. I flipped it for this one, so the Lego logo's right side up on these studs. Assuming that this is the top of it. Lego logo, right side up. Gotta be. Okay. So, what do we have to talk about? What else is there? I don't think there's anything else in the world other than the things I already said. I think Twin Peaks and Perfect Blue are the only things that have ever existed. And The Leftovers, starring Justin Theroux in his gray sweatpants. If you've seen The Leftovers, you probably know what I'm talking about. Ooh, this is a really, really neat piece. It's like 2 little arrows. Like a little rectangle with 2 circular cutouts. Can I get it in focus? Perhaps? Just me waving it around the camera. You kind of got the idea. It looks like these things are going to like ramp off of this thing. So we flip it like so. Let me take one of these, couple of these. That's how I got to American Dad, wasn't it? By saying spicy, cut 2 of those spicy pepper pens. Big American Dad guy over here. You know what else? There's a couple other things that reminds me. I was saying there's some things I wanted to make videos about since before I even made this channel. And one of those things is American Dad, for sure. But there's a couple other things. One of them is the CW The Flash show. Some of these I think I'd like to maybe just wait a little bit on until, for one, I know exactly what I want to try and say about these shows. And for 2, I'm still kind of, improving my long-form content methods, my techniques, learning my way around things. So I think as I improve a little bit, I'll be able to make an even better video than I could if I did it now. So yeah, I'd like to make one about the CW Flash, kind of like maybe in the vein of Mike's Mike. If you guys have ever watched Mike's Mike, I really like his Lost breakdowns. Those are really, really good, really fun. He's a real treat to listen to. He's a funny guy, and he knows what he's doing. And I think those kind of got me into Lost a little bit. My partner was just watching it, and I kind of started tuning in on it. I think I had tried to watch it once or twice before that, never got into it, and then I ended up getting into it. But yeah, I'd like to maybe make some videos. This looks like a little rocket ship or something. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's it. So it does kind of look like these things are kind of like banking off of whatever this is. Like these little balls are going to go down the sides of that thing. Maybe it's a rocket ship. I don't know. Is it a rocket ship? Is it shooting things or being shot at? I don't know. Space Invaders, maybe? Pew, 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 pew. Why don't I just leave that one in there for now? While we build this last one. So, Mike's Mike Lost. I would like to make a video about the Flash that's sort of similar to how he does his Lost videos, maybe. Or just, I'm inspired by the way that he goes over the whole series. I like that a lot. So, there's that. And there's also, I don't know if you're going to judge me for this. If you want to, go right on ahead. Hit television series, Disney series, Bunked. You guys ever watch Bunked? It is like far after my time. I was probably, I don't even know how old I was when that started airing. I mean, like, I'm pretty close to, what's her name? Miranda May, is that right? Hopefully that's not like some kind of adult actor I just named. That's what it kind of sounded like when I said it. But whatever her name is, the one woman that's in that who plays like a camp counselor, I think she and I are around the same age. So I was probably, I don't even know, 17 or 18 maybe when that came out, or maybe even in my, I don't even know, late teens, early 20s maybe. I don't know when it came out exactly, but that show I came upon one day. I don't know how or why, but my partner and I put it on, and I was, like I said, I tend to deal with quite a bit of anxiety, and I was just dealing with some stuff in my personal life at the time that was stressing me out, and I really found Bunked to be pretty relaxing, dude. Like, there's something about it, even though it wasn't my era of TV, it was just so basic and like simple and straightforward, and like it's kind of just like, like comfort food, I guess, but in a show. And I don't even like, I don't have any nostalgia for it. I didn't grow up with it, but it has that same vibe of a lot of the shows I did grow up with. And it was just like, it started out, I guess, kind of ironic, and I thought the show was just really silly. But eventually I kind of was like, you know what, dude? The show it's kind of awesome. Kind of the best show ever. The kid actors in it are usually pretty dang funny. Even if it's maybe sometimes in ways where they weren't intending to be, they're just funny kids. But yeah, I like that show. I like to put it on now and again, especially if I'm feeling a little stressed out, because it's like very easy watching. Yeah, I'd like to maybe make some kind of video about that. I'm not sure what exactly. But whenever I figure that out, maybe I'll do that. Wonder what else. There's got to be, I think there's some other stuff I've thought I'd like to make videos about one day when I get there, but I don't know. I think I've covered a good amount of those. So I don't know what this game is. Maybe if it's Tetris, they're all the same shape. So it's not very good. Maybe it's one of those games where you gotta line up a couple of the same color for like you line up 3 in a row and it knocks them out or something. Let's pop it in, see how it plays. Pew pew. Got to move this little falling blue block into its place. I do like how these all feel like, especially this one feels like it's got some, animation to it, like some real motion going on to this game. You kind of can tell that it looks like this blue piece is coming down. That's sort of the next thing to do. The bottom row sits a little low in there. That's all right. It's a fun build. I like that a lot. I have the back doesn't look quite as nice, just all stud, or like, I don't know, what do you call that? Anti-stud. The opposite of stud. But that's all right. You're just really looking at it from the front, or holding it and playing with it. Yeah, I have the Lego Game Boy set. I had a old DMG, the original Game Boy back in the day. When I was a kid, I had one. So I'm pretty nostalgic for that. So I have that set. And, I'd like to build that at some point. Maybe who knows? Maybe if people turn out to like this, if it does get uploaded as a VOD, as I think it will, I don't know. Maybe if people turn out to like this, I'll, build the Lego Game Boy here on stream. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to edit this down. I think it's kind of maybe just going to be, if you are down to watch me build a Lego and chat, then, hang out and watch it. For the vibes, for the Bob Rossiness, hopefully, of it. But, I don't think I said enough that was that revelatory that I really need to go in and cut it all down. I think it's kind of just hang out, watch me build some Lego. So I'm trying to think, do I have anything else I want to talk about while I'm here for my to nobody? Right? I don't think. No chatters or anything. I don't know. It's Thursday night. I would ask if you have any weekend plans, but who knows when you'll be watching this. If you're watching this on a, during the week and you've got some weekend plans, by all means, let me know down in the comments what your weekend plans are. I'd love to hear them. I've got, like I said, I'm working on that, working on some videos. I'm working on a video about Twin Peaks that I'm excited for, and another video about Perfect Blue that I'm excited for, and maybe another video about Kirby Squeak Squad, and a whole bunch of other stuff. What else? What else? Not much, man. I saw my Momo here. I haven't worked on a Don video in a little while. I wrote one, and then, I don't know, people weren't really watching them, and that's okay, I'm doing this YouTube for fun. I'm making these videos because I like doing it. But at the same time, to continue a series that very few people are watching, I'll do it. Don't worry about that. Or, don't no, there's no doubt about that. I'll definitely get back to it. I'll work on it, but it's just, I've kind of put it on the back burner a little bit because I kind of thought maybe people weren't dying for this content at the moment. So work on some other stuff that I'm maybe a little more excited about. Hopefully maybe some other people will be a little bit more excited about it. And then I'll swing back around to the Don stuff a little later on. So that's that's pretty much it for me. I don't think I really have anything else to say. I'm just rambling at this point. Did I channel the did I get into that Bob Ross mode good? I realized I was gonna keep forgetting what I was saying if I was trying to talk about anything too interesting, so I kind of tried to Bob Ross it a little bit there, channel him. Hopefully maybe I was able to, hopefully the Bob was Rossing, but not Rossing too much. So with that, it's been fun, it's been real, and it's been real fun. As always, you guys, if you've watched this far and you've enjoyed the video, please shoot me a like and a subscribe if you wouldn't mind, or if you're interested in more of this, I suppose. Just gonna keep on trucking, making my stuff. So if you want to see that, I'll be here. But yeah, with that, we'll see you in the next one.